Welcome to Wellness is a Way of Life, the podcast for female leaders seeking sustainable energy, clarity, and confidence. I'm Megan Swan, your guide on a journey to mastering wellness as an integrated part of your life. Let's explore personalized wellness strategies that truly resonate with who you are. Hello, and welcome back to Wellness is a Way of Life. I am so excited for this solo episode. Inspired to really talk about taking back your agency. We all grew up in an ecosystem of health care, which, we could debate whether it's healthcare or sick care, but let's not and say we did, and just realize that we all grew up with this idea that we can always get help when we need it, and that health advice is something that's best left to the medical professionals, and also that we, can go as long as we can go with whatever behavior until we need professional help, be that with a pharma solution or, God forbid, like something more serious like surgery. However, at the end of the day, there is so much we can do that is in our direct control. And this is messaging that is shifting in Medicine 2.0, what we're calling Medicine 3.0, that's talking more about lifestyle medicine and value-based medicine. Even in the United States, I'm seeing trends towards prescription of social lifestyle things like going to a museum and getting that covered by your insurance provider, or taking a yoga class, going to listen to classical music, like these kinds of things that traditionally were just a part of our lives. And increasingly with the pace and just the ongoing acceleration that we're all expected to keep up with, they're just what's fallen by the wayside, at least in North American culture, is this perception of free time to do things like wander a museum in the evening, or, paint yourself, something that you have no intention of showing to anybody just because it's a relaxing practice. So this is where, wellness in my mind is beyond health. So I will say, when it comes to taking back your agency, this is in terms of your overall health, but ultimately that, rolls into your overall well-being. Well-being is kind of beyond, or wellness, let's say, is beyond health. So the focus for this episode, I wanted to give you 3 steps or 3 threads that you can really focus on moving into. Focus on them immediately if you have the bandwidth, but I'm trying to be real. We're moving into the holiday season, and I know that it's not the best time to necessarily start some new habits. However, beginning of a new year, after you've overconsumed in every sense of the word for the better part of December, you utilize these 3 threads to get you back on track in 2025. So the 3 threads that I'm going to be focusing on moving forward in my work in general, and specifically with female founders in the new wellness accelerator that I am piloting starting in January. The accelerator has 4 pillars, and I'm going to talk specifically about 3 of them today, and just give you some micro hacks, some quick wins, some things that you can immediately thread into your lifestyle that are going to give you a more empowered foundation to which you can go out into the world and achieve your dreams and goals and legacy impact. So those 3 pillars or steps or ways are strategic nutrition. I'll explain what I mean by that in a minute. Sleep, and then mindful movement. And I will also break down why I say mindful movement instead of exercise, because I think it is key, especially for women. So strategic nutrition, I put that word strategic in front because I think it's so important to look at nutrition as animals, right? Like no animal is necessarily eating the exact same calorie intake or order of food groups, macros, micros, etc., every single day. And so I think it helps, first of all, to have like a catch-all mentality that if I'm hitting these marks in a 7-day period, I'm doing amazing. I don't need to hit every mark every day. It needs to be strategic in the sense of what's doable. And what I'm going to suggest that it's totally doable, attainable, achievable, custom. I'm going to give you a list. So like pick one or two, but really focus on opting for nutrient-dense, fresh, whole foods as often as possible. And what I'm going to tell you to do is carry them with you. So that looks like carrying with you an apple, a bag of almonds, walnuts, or pecans, or all of the above, 70% or higher fair trade dark chocolate, like high quality dark chocolate, nothing that, you can buy it in the store, but you really want to read the ingredients and make sure that it does have real cacao. Baby carrots, olives. I love olives. And some nori snacks. So pick a couple of those and just carry them with you so that when your energy is slumping, when it's harder to focus, when you're just in a bad mood or you're like needing a little pick-me-up, you have that nutrient-dense whole food snack on you. And I remind clients, if you're not hungry for whatever the snack is that you have in your bag, like if that doesn't sound like it's what you feel like, well, 9 times out of 10, then it's not hunger. It's boredom, it's thirst, it's something else. It's like an emotional trigger. Because, if you're hungry and there's nothing else to eat besides an apple and you don't want the apple, you're not that hungry, right? So it's like tuning into that reality and building self-awareness around that as well. So the second one is sleep. I like to say sleep optimization, but let's really focus on the quality of your sleep. Maybe it's not realistic to get more sleep starting in January, right? Like hopefully you can hibernate a little bit over the December break, but sleep is your number one tool for sanity, for optimal productivity, for focus, for learning, for boosting your mood, all of it. And honoring that sleep cycle is huge. I just released the episode with 3-time Olympian Eleanor Harvey, and she said like that is the number one thing that she prioritizes when she travels as an athlete. So hear it from a professional athlete. You need to prioritize sleep. And one really simple thing that maybe you're not already doing is, having a bedtime. Bedtime for adults. I know it's not a sexy hack, but going to bed at the same time every night is a gift to your body, to your sleep cycle. It's essentially honoring the time that your body naturally wants to go to bed. And little by little, you will naturally wake up at the same time every day. But in the meantime, set an alarm if you need to. I love little chirping birds, so it's not like too abrasive. Set an alarm to make sure that you're also getting up at the same time. So this will help your body like literally relax into this sleep cycle. And where it gets sticky is try and do the same thing on the weekends. Sure, you might be able to sleep in a few more hours, but don't. Instead, have like a power nap in the afternoon or something. But really try and honor that. And I promise you, the quality of your sleep doing that is going to improve massively. Number 3, mindful movement. All right, so a little bit of breakdown of why I don't say exercise, for example. One, like working with so many women over the years, some women are just allergic to the word exercise. Or they have like a really triggering idea of what that has to look like, and it's unhelpful. So I say mindful movement. To me, that is like bringing in some music, bringing in some like intentional breathing, bringing in some self-awareness of like what your body's doing while you're doing it. So also do what you're already doing, but more intentionally or with more presence. Deep clean your home, yard work. Right now I'm looking at shoveling snow. So like shovel your snow, bend your knees, engage your core, breathe intentionally as you're doing it. If it makes sense to listen to music or like sing or hum a carol or something to yourself. I think we've all forgotten. You'll see children doing it all the time. If there's no music playing, they're singing, they're humming to themselves. Sing to yourself, hum. It automatically relaxes your jaw. Oh my goodness. The flow of blood increases to the face, to the brain, all the things. So yeah, long walks, dance breaks, restorative yoga stretches before bed, an energizing yoga pose like Utkatasana, which is tree pose when you wake up. Just like do a deep squat. Focus on your pelvic floor. Engage your pelvic floor. Notice the alignment. Where do you feel it? Is it in one glute over the other? Are you grounding your feet, all four corners of every foot? Are your knees, what do they want to do? Is it really hard for you to keep your legs together? What's like the natural positioning of the foot where it feels like most empowering, that fire pose that is Utkatasana? Before bed, I always talk about legs up the wall. You can do legs up the wall lying in bed. Just really helps reset and calm the nervous system. It's great for insomnia, but just prepares your system because you've been on your feet all day, or you've been right side up. And so it's like a huge break to your circulation to have your legs up the wall, or like your legs over your head. And yeah, play with it. You might want to do it with your legs wide open, or you can bring your soles of your feet together so you're in kind of like a supported lotus while you're inverted. All just super helpful and restorative to your entire system. So those are the 3 steps to boost your wellness in 2025. Focus on strategic nutrition. Bring a nutrient-dense, fresh, whole food snack with you everywhere you go. Sleep, bedtime for adults. Mindful movement, music, humming, intentionally breathing, little tiny ways that you're already moving. Just bring more intentionality and presence. Because at the end of the day, your body is the vehicle to all the change that you want to see in the world. And I know, let's face it, we're all highly aspirational. If you're like me, type A overachiever, big dreams, big effing goals, a deep desire to have legacy impact. And I want you to feel effing amazing while you're building your empire, while you're building your business, while you're doing all the good that you want to see in the world. We really got to let go of this. Oh, what's the word? As women, we are socialized, the martyr. We're socialized to just give. And there's a way to create the change that we want to see in the world without it being like non-for-profit. You know what I'm saying? Let's build big businesses that have a triple bottom line. So it's creating capital that you can then do whatever you want, like give back or create another business that betters the world. But it's triple bottom line in terms of profit, people, and planet, right? We can do it all. We can do all. This is the new narrative. And I'm here to support you in doing that. The new wellness accelerator is called Fierce Swan. I want you feeling fit, fresh, and fierce in 90 days. If you're interested in more information about the first cohort happening in January, please reach out to me. I'm so excited about this, and I can't wait for you to thrive in 2025. Thanks for tuning in to Wellness is a Way of Life. Are you ready to make wellness a natural part of your routine? Let's stay connected. Go to meganswanwellness.com. Until next time, live well and thrive.